Morning, y'all. Thank you for tapping in for some real talk from the heart today. Today's real talk comes from 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 33 and verse 38. And this is David's army, David's military company when he was in Hebron. And the theme that works through this passage is just the loyalty of these men, to King David. I'm going to be reading from the Legacy Standard Bible this morning. And so picking it up in verse 33, it says, "Of Zebulun there were 50,000 who went out in the army, who could arrange themselves for battle with all kinds of weapons of war, who helped David with an undivided heart." And then verse 38 says, "All these being men of war who could draw up in battle lines, came to Hebron with their whole heart to make David king over all Israel. And all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king." Now, this morning as I sit here, I'm meditating on this passage, and I'm not applying it to King David, but I'm applying it to the son of David, man, the ultimate king, man, the King of Kings. And to me, the allegiance, man, and the loyalty, and our loyalty, and undivided loyalty, undivided allegiance, and it belongs to the Lord Jesus Christ. And there are some very sure results, man, when He is the King of our heart. Man. When we set up the Lord Jesus Christ as the King of our heart, it's going to be twofold. Number one, individually, it's going to impact our lives like nothing else can. When Christ is truly the king of your own heart, personally, the kingdom is set up in your heart. That's what Jesus said to the disciples, right? He said, don't look for a tangible kingdom. He said, the kingdom's in your heart. Now, obviously, we know that there's going to be a fulfillment of the literal kingdom. Right? The literal kingdom of the Messiah, the literal kingdom of Jesus Christ is going to come to this earth. We know that. But here and now, man, in this life right here and now, if we can serve the Lord, man, with an undivided heart, man, God is going to use our lives in amazing ways. Now, collectively, as you get down to verse 38, you see, man, a collection of men. It says, with one heart, man, with one heart, they made David king of Israel. When you and I serve the Lord, man, when He is the king of our hearts, when we serve Him with loyalty, man, when we are subordinate, we're not living double-minded, we don't have a split allegiance, but when you and I serve the King, man, when He's the king of our heart and we serve Him such, man, that's when we see things begin to happen, again, in our own lives personally. But then verse 38 says, man, with a loyal heart, with an undivided heart, man, with all the heart. The Legacy Standard Bible says, with all the heart. That means they're all in. They're all in. They don't got one foot in and one foot out. Like, no, man, He is the king of my heart. Not part-time, but full-time. The key to advancing the kingdom, listen, in our own lives personally and in the local church is found right here, man, right here. When God's people come together with one mind to make Jesus Christ king of their own lives personally, but listen, king of the local church, that is when we begin to see God do what He's always wanted to do, listen, in that person's life and in the local church. But it's all a matter of who is the king of the heart. You see, if I maintain, man, the throne of my own heart, right? If I'm loyal to my own personal royal, man, God is not going to do what He wants to do in my life personally. When you have a church that you have people who have divided hearts, where everybody's loyal to this thing and that thing, it's really going to hinder what God can do through that local church. The difference is the Lord will make Himself king. The Lord will make Himself king. But we've got to want Him man, to be enthroned upon our hearts. Because what's enthroned upon our hearts will determine our effectiveness in this world for King Jesus. These men, they came together with an undivided heart. These men came together, it says, with all the heart. This verse says these men came together, listen, with one heart. I want to encourage you today, man. Find brothers and sisters who aren't living with a divided heart, man, who are all in. Listen, I'm telling you, man, it'll impact how God uses your life, man. I love when King David says, my delight. David said this in the Psalms. He said, my delight, the heart delight is in the men, man, who have allegiance to the Lord. David said, that's where my delight is at. I hope you'll find that same delight. Listen, I hope it spoke to your heart this morning, man. I know as I sit out here this morning for my devotion, man, this is really what spoke to my heart. I want to live for Jesus, man, with an undivided heart. I want to be all in. And I want to do it with people who have that same desire to make Jesus the King of their lives, to make Jesus the King of the local church, to make Jesus the King in their communities. The Lord loves you. I love you too, and I'm praying for you today. I ask that you please be praying for me as well. And thank you for tapping in for some real talk from the heart. Hope you'll catch me on the next video. God bless y'all.